Radhikaya Tadale. Can you hear? Should I use this? Guruve Gaurachanda Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Sure there's enough room for everyone? Someone, I think we did it on the 2 pots of kitchen. So, first of all, I give pranams to the lotus feet of our Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pavis, Chidandi Swami, Sishamad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Also, all devotees, Bhaktivinoda, others, Hare Krishna, thank you for coming. So, I can speak a little bit about Bhagavad Mahatmya. I've not spoken a long time, so maybe I'm a little rusty. That is given in Padma Purana. Yesterday our little friend, is Bhagavatam really the highest thing? Only Gaudiya Vaishnavas accept Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam itself describes the glories of Bhagavatam. Because what else will describe the glories of Bhagavatam? What did it say? Yad Vaishnavam Priya. There are many shastras, but Bhagavatam is very dear to the Vaishnavas. And of all the different shastras, Bhagavatam is considered topmost. Jiva Goswami says, one may have studied all scriptures, but he not studied Srimad Bhagavatam, he cannot be called a Pandit. Sarva Vedanta Saramhi Srimad Bhagavatam Vishita. The essence of all Vedanta, that is the Srimad Bhagavatam. One who tastes one drop of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Anita Rasa, Sarvadanta Saramhi Srimad Bhagavatam Vishita Tad Rasamita Triprasya, Anita Swadvati Kucha. One who tastes one drop of the Srimad Bhagavatam loses interest in all other scriptures. Sadai Sevya Srimad Bhagavati Katha Yasya Shravanamatena Harishchitamasya. They will always not just hear the Bhagavatam, but serve the Bhagavatam. Always serve the Bhagavatam. Always hear the Bhagavatam. If a person hears it once, there we go. If one hears the Bhagavatam even once, his mind takes shelter of Krishna. So when Sukadeva Goswami was speaking Bhagavatam, this is also one type of nectar, Bhagavatam nectar. Normally nectar you drink by mouth, but this nectar you drink by ears. So Bhagavatam says, don't just hear Bhagavatam, but drink Bhagavatam. So in many places Scripture describes different types of nectar. For example, when the demigods and demons, they churned the ocean of milk, nectar came. Even though the demigods drank that nectar, Irina, they did not become free from envy. They did not become free from lust or greed, like Indra. In the heavenly planets they drink nectar, and how much Indra drank, but still, in Bhagavatam we say Indra became envious of Pritha. Indra always envious of the demigods, other demigods, always some fighting. He was attracted to other men's wives also. So by drinking that Bhagavatam, all lamentation, fear do not go. Some of you may say there's nectar in the lips of young lady. If that's true, why husband dies of old age? So that is not real nectar. So real nectar is that is in Srimad Bhagavatam. So when Sukadeva Goswami was speaking Bhagavad Gita, all the demigods came with their pitcher of nectar that they got from churning the ocean of milk. The demigod said to Sukadeva Goswami, if you exchange, we will exchange our nectar for your nectar. If Parikshit Maharaj drinks this nectar, he will become free from death. Then Sukadeva Goswami became angry and chastised them and threw them out. Where is your useless nectar from the heavenly planets, and where is this Bhagavat Katamrita, the nectar of the Srimad Bhagavatam? So Sukadeva Goswami would not exchange his nectar for the nectar of the demigods. If demigods had sat and heard Harikatha, they could have got free. But demigods did not know how to drink the nectar. Nectar says there's nectar in the moon, with the moon also covered by black spots. Some say there's nectar in the ocean, but the ocean is salty. There are many types of nectar, Srimati, but if you examine them all, Bhagavatamrita must be the top. One time, Lord Brahma heard about the glories of the Srimad Bhagavatam. He could not believe, really, Bhagavatam is so great? So the Padma Puran describes, Brahmaji collected all the Upanishads, all the Puranas, all the different Vedanta, the Shrutis, the Smritis. He put them all together on one side of one weighing machine, one scale. Then just putting one part, one skanda of the Bhagavatam, then all other became Lagu, light one. But the Saraswati Thakur said, if all the books in this world are lost, but Srimad Bhagavatam is not lost. There is no loss of knowledge at all. So much I have faith in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, the glories of the Bhagavatam, spoken in Padma Puran, history is given. Long histories, they're also a little difficult to remember all the details, but I will try. Of all ages, this Kali Yuga is most degraded. Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali. Each age decreases in qualities as it progresses. Therefore, Kali Yuga is the most degraded age, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Bhagavatam describes in Kali Yuga people will be lazy, misguided. Shamsundar. Okay. Short lifespan. Always bewildered just to fill the stomach and keep a roof on their heads. People have to work so hard. So many diseases are there. So Narad Muni came to this earth planet. He wandered everywhere but was never satisfied. Everywhere he saw the full influence of Kali Yuga, cheating, lying. It says in Bhagavatam, friendship will be broken just over $1 or $2. Friend will cheat friend, son will cheat father. That is the symptom of this age. So Narad Muni went everywhere he saw quarreling, hypocrisy, fighting, lying, stealing. He was not satisfied. He felt always restless. Then he thought, let me go to Vrindavan. That is the abode of the Supreme Lord, known different in Sri Krishna. So when he came to Vrindavan, he also felt a little happy. When he came to Keshi Ghat, he saw an astonishing sight. One young lady, very attractive. She was being served by thousands and thousands of others. Some were fanning, some were massaging, some were giving water, some were giving some sandalwood, some are giving tumble, some are giving some prasad, some water. But that lady was not happy. Also, next to her were two old men. Their beards were long, longer than Vaikunthanath's. Their beards were long, white, hair was white also. And they were lying down as if dead. So Narad Muni, one of his qualities, Kotak Priya, he's a very curious person. Curious, understand? If Narad sees something interesting, he's automatically attracted. Kotak Priya. And as they say in English, curiosity killed the cat. So Narad Muni knew I should not go close, but he could not check himself. So he went close, did pranam. Oh Devi, who are you? The lady said, Tistam. Don't go Narad, wait. Very hard to get darshan of sadhu in Kali Yuga. Therefore I am very lucky you have come. Who am I? I am Bhakti Devi. And Narad said, you are Bhakti Devi, and in Vrindavan, why you are not satisfied? Why you are not happy? Who are these thousands and thousands of young girls serving you? Normally if someone gets service, gets a bit of khichdi, a bit of fruit salad or something, he becomes happy, and she had thousands and thousands of ladies serving her. So Narada asks, why you are not happy? Where did you come from? How you came to Vrindavan? Who are these two old men here? And Bhakti Devi said, I took birth in South India. Narad, hear my history. Because all four Vaishnava Sampradayas, their birthplace is South India. Ramanuj, Madhvacharya, Nimbaditya, Vishnu Swami, all appeared in South India. Muslims never went to South India, only North India. South India's Vedic culture very strong. I came to South India, I wandered everywhere, but I could not find any shelter in this Kali Yuga. I was born in South India, but moved, came to the west. So some bhakti was there, not so much. I came to Gujarat, there was no bhakti at all. Gujaratis always become depressed. Then I thought, I'll find shelter in Vrindavan. I came here, but my two sons are very old. And now it became astonished. Normally, son is young and mother is old. But here was opposite. What was the name of the two sons of Bhakti Devi? Gyan and Vairagya. Knowledge and renunciation. These are the two servants of Bhakti Devi, two sons of Bhakti Devi. Jnanam chayada hoitiki. Where bhakti is really present, there must be knowledge, perfect knowledge, there must be perfect attachment. Could have said, if we see a devotee who has many years chanting, remembering, but cannot control their senses, some attraction is there, then could have said, some hole must be there. Because where bhakti is there, knowledge and renunciation must be there. They cannot be separate. So Bhakti Devi said, I thought, how will I give life to my two sons? Because in Kali Yuga, no knowledge, there is no knowledge, no detachment anywhere. So that's why they became old in Kali Yuga. So Bhakti Devi thought, if I bring my sons to Vrindavan, they will get new life. But when he got there, same. So all those young ladies, they were Upanishads, personified Puranas, personified Smritis, Shrutis, Ved, Itihasas. So one by one, all the Puranas, all the Upanishads spoke in the ear of Jnana and Vairagya, but no result. Then finally, when Mahabharata was there, Bhagavad Gita, etc., then Jnana and Vairagya little opened their eyes, and again. So Bhakti said, for that reason I am disappointed now. I don't know how to bring my sons back to life. How to make them young again. So Narad Muni said, don't worry, I will find out the essence of all scriptures. So who did Narad go to? Narad also has Guru. Who is the Guru of Narad? 4 Kumars. 4 Kumars, even, they're the oldest created living entities, even senior to Narad. That when their father had created them, he ordered them, produce progeny. Increase the population. 4 Kumars asked, oh, Father, what's the goal of life? The goal of life is Hari Bhajan. Shamsundar, see? Look. And they said, but Father, if we marry, then we'll have no time. So the 4 Kumars refused to marry. But there's only one order of the Guru you can refuse. Radhika, Guru tells you to marry, you don't have to follow that. But everything else we should follow. So 4 Kumars, they transform themselves into young boys. How old is he? 4 Kumar is like 5 years old. Shamsundar, you want to marry? No one will ask a 5-year-old child to marry. In this way they remain Kumar, means always young and always naked. Therefore they refrain from entering material life. So, even though they're the age of small children, they're Narad's gurus also. So So Narad Muni went to ask the four Kumars, which is the greatest scripture? What is the essence of everything? Then to dispel Narad's doubts, the four Kumaras described the glories of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And that history the Kumaras spoke to Narad, tonight we wanted to speak about it. So, Narad, he heard Bhagavatam from the four Kumaras at Haridwar. So Narad had doubt. The Puranas, so many, 18 Puranas, 18 Upa-Puranas, 18 Saka-Puranas, so many Upanishads, 108 main Upanishads, the four Vedas, Mahabharata, the fifth Veda, 100,000 verses. Bhagavad Gita, there's so many scriptures, and Bhagavatam is superior to all of them. Narad had some doubt. Therefore he asked, is it possible one can achieve all perfection in 7 days just by hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam? And the four Kumaras, in order to dispel the doubt of Narad Rishi, told this story that is called Bhagavad Mahatma. O Narad, have no doubt at all. And they told the story. In South India was one Brahmin, his name was Atmadev. Very pious, very truthful, very honest. He had all 12 Brahminical qualities. Everything he had, wealth, good fortune, respect, knowledge. But one thing he did not have a son. The Shastra says, Putra hinam grihasmi. That house where there's no son, or daughter, that house is considered like empty. So Atmadev was always in so much desire. I want a son, how can I get a son? But no son was coming. His wife was also crooked, her name was Dunduli. Dunduli means crooked intelligence. In fact, Atmadev had been a little cursed. His mango tree produced no mangoes, his cow had no calf, and he had no son. It's alright, leave him there, just stay there. He can run and do anything, just as long as he That's alright, I'll get used to it. So, Atmadev became depressed. So he thought, I will commit suicide. So disgusted, he left the house. He went into the forest. So he went deep into the forest, weeping as he went. There was one river. He was thinking, I will throw myself into that river and give up my life. Thereby, good luck. He met one Tridandi sannyasi, one Tridandi Vaishnava. The Vaishnava said, O Brahman, auspiciousness for you. And it said, face is the index of the mind, of the soul. So looking at his face, the sannyasi could understand he was very sad. Oh Brahman, you are very sad. Why you want to give up your life? Can I help you? What is your depression? Then Atmadev said, what can I tell you? Your life is dry and useless. All you have is the company of a Tridanda, a piece of bamboo. I want a son. If I could have a son on my lap, he would call me Papa. He would pull my beard. I would feed him. I would teach him. His voice would be sweeter than millions of cuckoos. His voice would be more than the Ved mantras. If I could hear his childish voice, hear the pitter-patter of his feet, my life would be successful. But I have no son, therefore I wish to give up my body. And of course Vaishnava said, very good, you have no son. And already you've left home, all you need is Hari Bhajan. Come with me to Vrindavan, do Bhajan there. But Atmadev could not hear any instructions. Only he was weeping, Vaishnav Thakur Dayara Sagara Vedase Karuna Kori. Vaishnavas are Bancha Kalpa Turubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. We pray to Vaishnava. They fulfill any desire. So often many materialistic people also come to Vaishnavas to fulfill their material desires. They cause so much disturbance. One time Gurudev was in Italy, 2009. 2-3 hours everyone was meeting, talking, Gurudev. Then Gurudev turned after 3 hours, he said to me, he said, not one person asked me about Krishna. Only I have this marriage problem, my son is no good, my wife is giving disturbance, can I marry, what about my business? So people, so many material desires, they also come to Vaishnava for fulfilling their desires. Therefore, sometimes Vaishnavas avoid disciples' association, like Gokashadas Babaji Maharaj locked himself in the toilet 10 days. Toilet means not like Srimad's toilet. Toilet means Indian toilet. No flush system then. You could imagine. But he taught us, no, the smell of stool is not so bad like the association of gross materialistic persons. So many times materialistic persons also come to Vaishnavas. I could not do the famous story. One time Prabhupada was on the train and 3 Indian men came. Oh Swamiji, give me blessing. And Prabhupada asked, blessing? What blessing you want? No one ever says that, right? What blessing? So I began thinking, then one man said, my knee is hurting since many years. Can you bless that? Another man said, my son he's going for his exams, you please bless him, he may pass nicely. Prabhupada said, I never give blessings like that. I give blessings that you will become like these devotees with shaved head, Sikha chanting Harinam. I bless you, become like them. Do you want my blessings? And those 3 men, no. They became afraid. For that reason, Bhagavan Vishnu ordered Sankaracharya cover devotion. Because many demons will come, they know Bhagavan fulfills all desires. Oh Bhagavan, give me this, Bhagavan, give me that, Bhagavan, give me this. Shampriya, what you want from Bhagavan? If people with many desires also come to Bhagavan, then how much Krishna will be disturbed? Imagine you're trying to take rest and every 5 minutes, give me this, give me that, give me this, I want this, do that. No peace for Bhagavan, no peace for his devotees. For that reason, Krishna ordered, Narayan ordered Sankaracharya cover devotion. Protect the purity of devotion, protect me and the Vaishnavas from demonic association. Demonic means materially attached. Demon doesn't mean with pointy ears and teeth. Demon means too much attached. So again and again, Atmadev begged that Vaishnav, you fulfill all desires, give me a son, give me a son. Vaishnav tried to help him to understand. Can you turn that light off? So the Vaishnav, sometimes Guru tries to give us advice, no, don't desire these things. So many times I heard Gurudev, I advise you. I order you, no. Gurudev rarely give an order. I advise you. This is good for you. If a person has some intelligence, they will accept the advice of Gurudev, advice of Vaishnava. But someone who is too attached, they cannot. Therefore, sannyasi could understand. Atmadev, too much desire, he cannot hear katha. He cannot take spiritual instruction. Saraswati Thakur said, when Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken, materialistic persons run. They get up and run. Because no topics of sense gratification for them, nothing of interest for them there. So they get up and run. They fear the Srimad Bhagavatam. So if someone has too many desires, sometimes Guru Vaishnava perform an operation. Understand, Bhagavad? They fulfill your desires in such a way that you'll never ask for them again. Like a doctor. Who's behind there? Oh, sorry. Yes. No, that's right. Just like an expert doctor, cures the disease in such a way the disease will not come back. So Vaishnavas sometimes fulfill our desires in such a way, desires will not return. So Vaishnava said he could understand. He cannot hear anything. He took a mango. He gave that mango to Atmadev. Whoever eats this mango will have a good Vaishnava. So Atmadev became very happy. Oh, this is the mercy of Gurudev. He went home, he gave that mango to his wife, Dunduli. Sadhu said, who eats this mango will have a good Vaishnava son. Then Dunduli, crooked, outside. Yes, very good. But I won't eat now, I'll do it in my room. First little aarti and some prayers, then I'll eat the mango. When she went in her room, then Dunduli began thinking, come on. Who's been pregnant? How was it then? Very difficult, I could imagine. 9 months, I guess giving birth, so much pain, right? And maybe child comes out sideways or upside down, maybe mother can die. So much blood, so much screaming, many things she began thinking. Vanamali, why are you shaking your head?
I remember it.
How was it? I heard every woman when she gives birth, she prays, I'll never go with my husband again, I promise. So she began thinking many things like this. What happened to the child is like Sukadeva Goswami, he stays in my womb for 16 years. He also came by the blessing of a sadhu. Akrura, I think Sukadeva was there for 12 years. Akrura was in his mother's womb 16 years. Many things she was thinking. Dunduli, crooked. And she said, I won't have any son. So she, just to see the mango, this will work or not, she fed it to the cow outside. Her sister had many children. She said to her sister, you are having children like rabbits. Next child you give to me, I will give you some money in exchange. And you benefit, I benefit. So she began cheating her husband. She put the pillow there. Yes, child is there. Of course, Atmadev's happiness knew no limit. Finally, I get a son, I get a son. The cow also became pregnant by taking the mango. So a child came from the cow and the magic mango. That child's name was? Anyone? Gokana. Have you heard of Gokana? Vaikuntanathji, have you heard of Gokana? Yeah? Named after him. Famous sadhu. Gokana. Of course he was human form, but his ears were like a cow, because his mother was a cow. So one thing about cows have very good sense of hearing. You make some noise, and cows' ears become like radar antennas. When Krishna plays his flute, the cows also, their ears go like that, and they drink the nectar of the sound of Krishna's Venu, and they forget to take grass. The calves also become stunned and forget to take the milk. So cows are very good at hearing. That is their good quality. Any Vaishnava who also likes to hear Harikatha, they have very big ears. Prabhupada's ears, you look, your Gurudev's ears, how big? You look at Prabhupada's ears, really huge, like elephant. If you look at his photo, really astonishing, his ears so much big. This is sign of some great soul, means they like to hear Katha a lot. Somebody's like little apricots. Just joking. Our Gurudev, you see, our Gurudev's ears also like that, like elephant, big. Bhaktivedanta Trivakram Goswami also likes big ears. These are signs, like to hear Katha. Madhusudana Maharaj also, he is also like this. Don't tell me so. It is also sign, likes to hear Katha. So, of course, he was born with all good qualities, especially the devotee. The best quality, they like to hear and speak Katha always. Krishna said this is the main symptom, Surup Lakshana of the devotee. Mad asaya kata mista shravanti katayanti cha. My devotees take shelter of me, they always hear and speak about me. Shravanti katayanti cha. Therefore Gokana, all good qualities from birth. Therefore the father so much happy. Good son, how much gives happiness? Good son, good disciple, always gives happiness to Guru. And bad son, bad disciple always gives distress. So bad son and bad disciple is like an infected eye. Bhagavatam gives that example. You cannot see out of it and it always gives pain. So, of course, his wife, Dunduli, cheated her husband. In due course of time, the sister gave birth. She took the child from her sister. A son is born, a son is born. Then Atmadev, doubly happy, double bonus. I prayed to the sadhu for one son, but I got two sons. Therefore he was thinking what name to give. Dunduli said, I will give the name. My son I will call him. What name she gave? Dundakari. Dundakari. All his karya, all his kaja, all his activities cause suffering to others. Dundakari. Funny name? Therefore Dundakari, like the qualities, also according to the name. From birth he was a criminal. From the age of 2 or 3 months he began smoking, beating other children. Described, Bhagavatam describes. Padma Puran describes, he would go with other children, beat them and throw them, kill them, drown them, small children. Always stealing, always in intoxication. He would move around with 3 or 4 dogs. There in the park we saw dog walkers, 6, 7 dogs. He would hunt, he would kill, he would steal. All were afraid of him. You could imagine Atmadev, one son so much happiness, and from his bad son so much suffering. Bad son destroys all, bad disciple destroys all reputation. Automatically Atmadev became so much stressed. And he said, really? Bhagavatam describes that person who has no children, he is lucky. King Ven, his father said like that. Really, one who has no children, only he is lucky. Because bad son gives how much distress, only that parent can understand. Okay, Radhika? Don't give distress to parents. So much that cause him so much pain. And pain automatically gives detachment. Suffering gives detachment. Just like if you touch something and you get burned, you become detached from it. I'll never touch it again. So he was so much miserable. That time his son, Gokana, gave him Atma Tattva, knowledge of the self, the difference between the soul and this world. And taking that knowledge, Atmadev developed full renunciation, went to the forest, went to Vrindavan. Then Gokana was there. He said, I will not stay where there is bad association. Mahaprabhu said, this is a symptom of Vaishnava. Asat Sanga Tyage Vaishnava Cha Stri Sanga Eka Bhakta Krishna Bhakta. Okay, we know. What is symptom of Vaishnava? Mahaprabhu said. The Vaishnava is that person who gives up bad association. He always stays away from those who are overly attached to the opposite sex, and who stays away from non-devotees. So who should we associate with? Do we know? Which type of devotees? Who is a devotee? Somebody wears tilak and says Haribol once a day. Who is devotee? The Rupa Goswami said, not just associate with any devotees. Swajatya asray snigdha satu sangha sakavati. Bhagavatam says. We should associate with those devotees who are in the same line as us. The same line as us. The same desire. The same mood that we desire to attain. We should associate with sadhus in that line. Gurudev would say, if Hanuman is next door giving a lecture, we won't go. Why? Because Hanuman will not give his love for Radha Krishna. He will not speak about Vrindavan. You want Vrindavan, Radha Krishna, Panamo, Jugala Kishore. You want to attain Braj, Radha Krishna. So we should associate with people who will give us that mood. Understand? Swajati. Same line. Asray. Those who are more advanced than us. Who can give us guidance, who can protect us, who can help us. And lastly, those who are affectionate to us. These three things. So, Gokana found, I am not staying here where there is bad association. So Haribol, Haribol. Gokana also left the house. So who's left? Dundakari and his mother. Dunduli. One day Dundakari came to his mother, took out the flick knife. Hey, where's the ATM card? Tell us the PIN number. Where's the jewelry? And she said, son, already you took everything. Nothing left for you to steal. You better find something, otherwise I'll give you one of these. And Dunduli, so much disappointed, so much sad, she committed suicide by jumping in a well. Now, Dundakari has the whole house to himself. Because he was a demon, he had so much by bad association he became a demon. Always drinking, smoking, eating sausages, many things. He had many prostitutes. Of course, how much money will it take to maintain a prostitute? He had 6 or 7 of them. Where to get money? He began stealing from the king. One day he stole a lot of wealth, and the prostitutes began talking amongst themselves. When the king discovers the crime of Dundakari, then the king will kill him, and the king will also punish us because we are associated with him. So better we kill him in his sleep and take the money for ourselves. So when Dundakari was sleeping, those good ladies, they tied him to the bed with saris, then they stabbed him with many knives many times, but they could not kill him because he was such a demon. Then one lady went to the kitchen. She took one log from the fire, and when Dundakari was she pushed it in his mouth, and he died. Because he was a Brahmin who had fallen from spiritual life, then the punishment is greater. Most of the punishments in the 5th canto, they're for Brahmanas who drink alcohol, Brahmanas who have illicit sex, Brahmanas who cheat, lie and steal. Only person is punished, but not like Brahman, because Brahman knows better. Srila Charita Maharaj gave an example. Remember in school? Sakundanavji, remember in the school? Were you a good student or bad student? Yeah. Remember some students are very good, the crawlers, the guys in the top of the class, and the guys at the bottom of the class. The guys in the bottom of the class never do their homework. Remember those guys? They never do their homework, never study, always swearing, smoking cigarettes, dodging school. If the boy at the bottom of the class does nonsense, who cares? No one cares. But the top boy of the class, if he starts doing nonsense, what will happen? Teachers, headmaster, parents, all will chastise him. So Brahmanas are giving special correction by the Lord, because they are very dear to him. So the Lord corrects them. So because he was a Brahmin who did sinful activities, he not just got punished, he took birth as a ghost, but as a Brahma Rakshas. He does very sinful activity, they cannot get a gross body. They become ghosts, and the worst type of ghost is the Brahma Rakshas. Many stories you hear of them. So ghost has so much suffering, he has full of desires, but no gross body to fulfill his desires. Therefore, for so many years he was moving in that ghost body. Gokana had left the house, he went pilgrimage to all the holy places. So much he got sadhu sang, so much harikatha. And after many, many years, he thought, let me go, see what's happening at home. He doesn't know that mother had committed suicide or anything. He came, and he saw no one is there. Nighttime he was sleeping, one ghost. It's not good to talk about ghosts at dusk, it's not quite dusk. One ghost came, so much trying to give fear to Gokana, who was sleeping. And He woke up, the ghost came as tiger, buffalo, snake, fire, whirlwind, flood, trying to give fear to Gokana, but Gokana was not afraid. Rather, hey, who are you? Why are you disturbing me? Come here. Tell me, who are you? And the ghost came, who are you? He could not speak, so sinful. So Gokana took some water from his archery, threw on the head of the ghost by touching the Mahaprasad of the sadhu. So many of his sins were destroyed, the ghost could speak. Who are you? I am your brother, Nandakari. Gokana became astonished. The sea was on the side. Okay. Sorry, just check. Something so there's no sound. Who are you? I am your brother Dundakari. And Gokana was astonished. In India, if someone dies, then the sons or the family perform pinda. Shrad, they also call it. Shrad means the Brahman offers prasad to the soul of the departed person. By taking that prasad, they become free from hellish life. Mahaprabhu also did for his father, Jagannath Mishra, when Jagannath Mishra left this world. Of course, Jagannath Mishra is an associate. No need for him to go to hell. But still, Mahaprabhu, part of society, don't have to follow the rules of society sometimes. So, Gokana said, brother, I already offered pinda for your soul. How is it possible that you are still a ghost? And the ghost said, brother, even if you offered thousands of pindas, thousands of fire yagas, I cannot be delivered from this ghost form. I am so sinful. There is not any sin I have not performed thousands of times. Then the ghost began crying, I am suffering a lot. Please give mercy to me. Please help me. How can I become free from this ghost body? How can I become free from my sins? And Gokana said, don't worry, I will find someone. So if we want some advice, we approach someone who's seen everything. Who's seen everything? The sun. He's seen everything since the beginning. So the sun moves across the sky. Gokana by mantra, he stopped the sun. My dear sun god, Suryadev, he's considered to be like the eye of Krishna, moon and sun, eyes of the universal form. Oh Bhagavan, Suryadev, you know everything. You have seen everything. Please tell me which is the best way for even the most sinful person to be delivered. Then Sun said, of all ways, the best is the hearing of the Srimad Bhagavatam for 7 days. And Gokana became very happy. And he announced, I will speak Bhagavad Gita for 7 days. So all the village came. It's like any great speaker comes, then so many thousands of persons come. Damodar speaks, then there's like things. But any high class Vaishnava, then people like bees come for the flower. Kasturi still awake. Bees come for the flower automatically, no need invitation. When Qatar is there, then Vaishnavas come to drink that nectar. Materialist will never come. Srila Govind said, if we put an advertisement on Craigslist, 215, Hyde Street, free beer and chicken, pornography night, you'd probably have to rent a football stadium. So many people would come. Govind said like that. If you advertise free naked dance, tens of thousands will come. You advertise pure Harikatha, who will come? Only bees will come. So in the same way, many villages like bees came to hear the Bhagavad Gita through Gokana, because such a famous reciter of the Srimad Bhagavatam. His guru is Shiva. He heard Bhagavad Gita from him. So, many people came, but the ghost cannot stay in one place because ghost has a subtle body. So Gokana put a piece of bamboo with 7 notches. Samson, you still awake? Sit properly. You sit like that, basically. So by mantra he called the ghost and put him in the bamboo. then he could stay and listen for 7 days. So he spoke katha. At the end of the first day's katha, what happened? The top knot of the bamboo exploded, broke. At the end of the second day's katha, the second piece of bamboo broke. At the end of 7 days' katha, all 7 pieces broke, and out of the bamboo came a 4-headed form. Dundakari Maharaj ki. Srimati. Means the ghost had achieved the topmost liberation, achieving Sarupya Mukti, the same form as Lord Narayan. Even though the devotee has the same form, there's still some difference between the associates of Vaikuntha and Vaikuntha. Means only Lord Narayan has Kaustuba jewel, only Lord Narayan has Tulsi on his feet. All other symptoms are the same. Devotees also have Sankachakra Gadapadma. So a 4-headed form came, very attractive, dark complexion, wearing yellow cloth, pitamba, all divine ornaments. Everyone became astonished. From Vaikuntha came an aeroplane with the eternal associates of Lord Narayana. Come, come, brother! You have received the result of hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam. Come to Vaikuntha. Accept your eternal position, your eternal service. That time, the ghost, now of course he's not ghost, they will not go yet, wait here. He did pranam to his brother 4 times. He circumambulated because Guru. Then Gokana became astonished. Gokana asked, Lord Narayan also came on that aeroplane. So Gokana had a doubt. He asked Lord Narayan himself, Dear Lord, the ghost, my brother, he was not the only hearer of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? Thousands of persons were in the audience. Same Guru, same place, same katha, same mercy, everything the same. Why my brother achieved liberation, achieved pure devotion, and the others did not? So Lord Narayan smiled. Oh, Gokana, you know everything, but still, 5 things should be there in the Bhagavatam when we hear the Bhagavatam. Srinvatam, Shraddhaya, Nityam, Grinithas Cha, Svachastatam, Natalena, Kalena, Mata, Bhagavan, Vishatevidi. 5 qualities should be there. First is Srinvatam, we have to be hearing. So many times, how was the class? The class was nectar. What was it about? Can't remember. Who was hearing? Really? Srila Govinda would ask. 200 people over there in front of him. Are you hearing? Are you hearing? Yes, yes. None of you are hearing. Not even one of you. All are pretending to hear. Because none of you are surrendered. If you are not surrendered, you cannot hear. So Srinvatam, after hearing. Hearing, people sitting in the audience, sleeping. Some people thinking, God, I wish Dharma would shut up. It's already been an hour. People think so many things. Watch for Prashad. Many things I have to do tomorrow. How far I remember. Gas is really expensive these days. Maybe I should have come by bus. Many things. People think in Qatar. They're against the back wall. Sure, so many people don't see because they're always facing the speaker, but the speaker sees everything. They're against the back wall. Hey, you don't sleep. I'm not sleeping. I'm meditating. So who is really hearing? Only rare person can hear. Only shredded soul can really hear. Srinvatam. And you have to make so much effort to hear. How many devotees live in? How many are coming? I have work, I have this responsibility, I have this problem. Too far away, this, that. Many reasons. So Srinvatam, have to hear. And number 2, Srinvatam Shraddhaya, you have to hear with faith. Some people are going, I liked all that bit about the gopis, but that bit about not smoking ganja, I didn't like that. He says, you cannot do like that. You have to hear it first. Come on, I never heard this before. Wonder when he made that up. So many people think so many things. So you have to hear it faith. Nityam, continuously. I heard this last year. I went to guitar last year. You have to hear continuously. Every day there should be some guitar. Hearing directly, if we have good fortune. If we're in association with the devotee, we can hear every day. If we cannot hear directly, then we can take the advice, the kata of the sadhus and the shastra. Sadhu Sangha or Sastriya Sangha. Every day reading a little bit. Try and read. If we cannot hear directly, we should read. Mind should be, some kata should always be in the mind. If we don't hear kata, think of kata. Think of so much rubbish. Mind cannot be empty. You hear kata, read kata. When you chant, many good things will come. Srinvatam, Swaranitita, Grinatas, you have to accept everything. Means even if it's very difficult to accept, but it's favorable for devotion, I should accept it. Irene, guitar is not some popularity contest. Sometimes sadhu may something may give us some pain. That will be good for us. Don't worry about that. So we have to accept. Even very difficult to do, we have to accept. Some things we are very attached to, which were unfavorable for devotion, we should give it up. So grinatas. We must accept everything. What is favorable, we have to accept. What is unfavorable, we have to give up. Grinatas, accept it. And last and most difficult, chas vachasitam. Everything we hear, we have to practice ourselves. That's the most difficult. Hey, do this. What about you? You doing? So 5 things. Can you remember what they are? Shraddha, have to hear with faith, continuously, accepting everything, and swachasitam, you have to practice yourself. As the Guru Maharaj says, you run around the world, hey, chant Hare Krishna. You never chant. What's the use? You have to practice yourself. So one who does these 5 things in no time at all, he will achieve the Supreme Lord. So the problem is, this ghost, Lord Narayan said, this ghost was hearing. And he was doing these 5 things. And most importantly, nighttime, he would think what he heard. He would think and practice. Therefore in 7 days, he achieved perfection. And Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Lord Narayan went back to Vaikuntha with Gokam, with Dundakari. There's been so many people, they're here, but in Qatar, but really only their bodies are here, but mind and heart is another place. So when all the villagers, they heard what Lord Narayan said. Yes, really, we were not mindfully hearing the Qatar. So all begged Gokana, please speak Qatar again. This time we promise we'll hear everything. We promise. Give us another chance. So Qatar is fresh, always fresh. So Gokanda again spoke. Hari Ananta, Hari Qatar, Ananta Shesh with thousands of miles. He could not finish Qatar. Then how could Gokanda finish it on 7 days? Therefore 7 days again he spoke. And again everyone, at this time really, they heard according to the directions of Narayan. And 7 days when Qatar finished again, our aeroplane came from Vaikuntha. Gokana got on and everyone got on. All villages, all insects, animals, grass, trees, all achieved perfection by hearing Bhagavatam. And all went back to Vaikuntha. So when Narad heard this from the 4 Kumaras, then Narad's doubts were destroyed. Really, nothing can be superior to hearing the Bhagavad, the Srimad Bhagavatam. And also depends who we should hear Bhagavatam from. There are many Vaishnavas. But for example, if we hear the Bhagavatam from Hanuman, would it be the same as hearing from Arjuna? Why not? Both are devotees. What's the difference? Arjuna is 1,000,000 times more close to the Lord than even Hanuman. If you hear from Hanuman, one result will be there. That is pure katha. And if we hear from Arjuna, that is also pure katha, but of a higher standard. We cannot say good and bad, perfect, more perfect, most perfect. There must be that. If we hear from other sampradaya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya even, they are pure Vaishnavas, but mood will not be the same as if hearing from devotee of Vrindavan. Understand? Even Madhvacharya, he is in our sampradaya, but he said, no, Lakshmi is higher than Radharani. Because she's the wife of the goddess, she's the goddess of fortune. She's a Brahmani and Radharani is Gopi, means cowherd girl. Therefore Lakshmi must be higher. Even Madhvacharya says these things. For that reason we are part of Madhva Sampradaya, but a different branch. We are not a separate Sampradaya, but definitely a little different branch. Our mood is different than Madhvacharya. Many things Madhvacharya we not fully accept. Mahaprabhu not accepted it. If we are not just Madhva Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Gauriya Sampradaya. Some specialities there in what appeared after in the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers. Okay? Do you understand what we said the other night? Really? This is not like attacking our Vaishnava. No, we respect. But definitely some differences there, specialities there. If you want to hear Bhagavatam, Swarup Damodar Goswami said. There's a famous story. I think it's not out of place if I tell it tonight. There was one, if anyone spoke any katha or made any drama or sang any kirtan for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, first it had to be checked by Swarup Damodar Goswami. For example, many of Mahaprabhu's devotees wrote poetry, wrote dramas. For example, Ramananda Roy wrote Jagannath Natakam. Rupa Goswami wrote also this Vidagdha Madhav, Lalik Madhav, 2 dramas he wrote. Jiva Goswami also, all wrote some dramas, some compositions, some kirtan. But it had to be checked by Swarup Damodar first. Swarup Damodar Goswami. If there was some incorrect siddhanta or some conflicting mellows, rasa bas, something incorrect, then if Mahaprabhu heard it, it would give him so much distress. So everything had to be checked by Swarup Damodar Goswami first. So there was one very learned Brahmin from Bengal. He came, he wanted to read his poetry to Mahaprabhu, some drama he had written. But first it had to be checked by Swarup Damodar. So all the Vaishnavas were there, many. Then Swarup Damodar asked the Bengali, please speak the Mangala Charanam, the auspicious invocation. So Sanskrit I never learned, but English. I give my pranam to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He appeared in Jagannath Puri. He is the soul in the body of Lord Jagannath. He gave life to Dalmata and spiritualized this entire world. Something like that. So very nice Sanskrit, everything rhyming, everything good. And all the Vaishnavas clapped. Oh, so good, so nice, very nice. Just like if you take a pot of rice. How do you know the pot of rice is cooked? Something like that. You take 1 grain and squish it. If it's nicely soft, then you understand the whole pot is cooked. So all the devotees were thinking, wow, the first verse is so nice, then imagine what the rest, all were clapping, very good, very good. But Swarup Damodar became angry like a thunderbolt. You rascal! You have made offense to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to Lord Jagannath. Therefore you are going to hell. You made difference between the body and the soul of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagannath. There's no difference between the soul and the body of the Supreme Lord. There's no difference between his name and himself. There's no difference between his qualities and himself. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Nam Nami Deha Dehi E Nam Nami Deha Dehi E Nami Ved Jive Sarvata Hoilo Vived. There's no difference between the name and the named. There's no difference between the body and the embodied in the Supreme Lord. But the conditioned soul, these differences there. You have said there's difference between the soul and the body of Jagannath. You have described Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as conscious, but Jagannath is unconscious. But the body of Jagannath is not wood, the body of Jagannath is Satchidananda. You have described the form of Jagannath to also be material. Therefore you have offended Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have offended Jagannath, you have offended both. Therefore you will go to hell. You chastise him bitterly. If you read the explanation of Chaitanya Charitamrita, you become astonished. Swarup Damodar could sing like a Gandharva. All musical instruments he also knew. Not just philosophy. He knew all Ras Tattva, everything. Even his Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru. Think about it. So when all the Vaishnavas heard of Swarup Damodar's explanation, Vanamali all became shocked. We thought very good, but Swarup Damodar found thousands of faults in just one verse. All became astonished. And the Bengali began crying. Imagine, but Swarup Damodar is very kind, also very merciful. Hard like a thunderbolt, but soft like a rose. These are the qualities of the devotees. So he said, don't worry. But he gave him some advice. If you want to understand the Srimad Bhagavatam, sit at the feet of the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then you can understand, otherwise you cannot understand. So, when Narad heard this from the four Kumars, he became so much ecstatic. Really, nothing is equal to the Srimad Bhagavad Purana. So Narad ran back to Vrindavan. He came to Bhakti Devi, and he spoke the Srimad Bhagavatam in Vrindavan. What happened? Gyan Vairagya. All their grey hair became black again. They stood up, Haribol, Haribol. They began dancing, and Bhakti Devi became full of happiness. Therefore, where Bhagavatam is spoken, Bhakti Devi is there. Where Bhakti Devi is satisfied, Gyan and Vairagya automatically come in the heart of the devotee. So we should have so much faith in Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Mahaprabhu explains 64 limbs of devotion to Sanatana Goswami. Prahlad described 9 limbs of devotion to Hiranyakasipu. Wasn't very happy to hear that. But Mahaprabhu gave 5. Shamsundar! What are you doing? Sit in the chair. Only 2 hours left. 5 minutes left, Shamsundar. And Mahaprabhu said, Sadhu San Nam Kirtan Bhagavat Shavana Mathurava Shradaya Moto Sevana. 5 limbs of devotion are there. Sadhu San. Hearing Bhagavatam, chanting the holy name, living in a holy place, and worshipping the deity with faith. But all these 5 depend on sadhu-sang. These other 4 depend on sadhu-sang. If you get sadhu-sang, you get the other 4. Why? Sadhu is always speaking Bhagavad Gita. Sadhu is always chanting Harinam. Sadhu generally lives in a holy place. And where sadhu is, that place becomes a holy place. And lastly, sadhu generally has Thakurji, Vigraha. Where there is sadhu-sang, one gets all 5 limbs of devotion. But we should make it part of every day to hear Katha. As Bhagavan said, that day without Hari Katha, that day is very bad. So we should try to arrange our lives in such a way that we get chance to hear as much as possible. Any activity we do which is not increasing our desire to hear Bhagavad Gita, that is useless activity. Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. Have no doubts of it. Vyasadeva, you know the story of Vyasadeva in first canto. You should read. Have you read Bhagavatam? Do you have Bhagavatam first canto at home? First canto. Go home and read it tomorrow. There is the light history of Vyasa. Vyasa himself. Before the Vedas were not written, the Vedas were spoken. These days people say just hear the classes, listen to the MP3s of Prabhupada, read the books, you'll get perfection. What do you think? Rithik say this. What do you think, Erin? Is it possible? Just by reading a book, hearing a DVD? Problem is, what Krishna speaks and what Sadhu speaks is the same thing. Their voice is not material. you doing? Too cute to be angry. Two types of sound. One is material sound, Sabda Samadhi. And the other one is spiritual sound, Sabda Brahma. What Sadhu speaks is not material sound, it's Sabda Brahma. What Bhagavan speaks is not material sound, it's Sabda Brahma. Therefore we should hear Sabda Brahma. Sabda Brahma is Krishna in the form of sound. Therefore in the beginning of creation, why didn't Krishna just give Brahma a DVD? Come on. Yes. Not the same as hearing directly. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Kuriyaki. My only desire is to hear the words emanating from the mouth of the spiritual master. Should be impossible. It's not the same as directly being here 100%. If Buddha was giving class and there was a DVD, there was a YouTube screening in the next room, which room would you be in? Here or there? What? Same kata, right? Three things you cannot get. Because Sadhu gives mercy by three ways. By glance, by speech, and by heartly blessings. Heartic dharma. Buddha will always say, my heartly blessings. But that is also Sanskrit. Heartic dharma. It's okay. What are you doing? Want to slow down till death? Take a seat. Sit in there. Children in front of you. So, those three things you cannot get by DVD. Those three things you cannot get even by book. Those three things you get only in sadhu-sang. Yes, I'm not saying they're useless. I'm not saying. The Buddha would also say the black box will cheat you. So the black box means tape recorder. The black box will cheat you. Also the camera will cheat you. Buddha said you cannot capture me in your... If you rely on those things, you may be cheated. Because by those things you will get knowledge, but feelings you will not get from the DVD or the camera. Feelings you will get by direct sign. So, always had a point. What was the point I was going to make? So three things are there in direct sign you cannot get by other way. What's the point to all this? What was the point I was going to make? So at the beginning of creation, Krishna spoke the Veda. Krishna not gave him a book or DVD. You can't say there was no DVD invented. Krishna put the Veda easily. There you go, here's the series. If it was spoken. But in Kali Yuga people have no power to remember. Therefore, 5,000 years ago, Krishna came as Vyas and wrote. Therefore the speculators, the historians, they say Veda are only 5,000 years old. That is not true. Veda was there millions of years before Vyas. I think 11 trillion years before. 123 trillion, I think, that is the age of the universe. Now we're only halfway through it. 7 of the 14 manas have already passed. So, the Veda was there millions of years before Vyas, but Vyas, because we have no memory, Vyas took the Veda he heard and he wrote. And he needed a secretary. Who was the secretary of Vyas? Ganesh. Ganesh only has 1 tooth. Why? He broke the other one to use as a pen. So Ganesh is most intelligent of all the demigods. But for you to Ganesh, only 1 tooth. 1 task. Anyway, whatever. At that time there was no laptops. So Ganesh had some pride. And he could not understand who was Vyasa. He said, I will ride, but if you stop speaking, I will disappear. It means your speech cannot be stopped for a moment. Otherwise I'll be bored and I'll go away. And Vyasadeva said, okay, but you cannot write anything you don't understand. And Ganesha. So all the Puranas, the Upanishads, before Vedas, Mahabharata, this is a little easy. There's so many materialistic topics there. But the first verse of the Bhagavatam, when Vyasa spoke that, then he stopped writing. Ganesh could not understand. Last night the devotee said I should have spoken then a bit more. Vedanta tattva vedanta tattvasya jnanamadvayam brahmatmi paramatmi bhagavan iti sapati. The absolute truth is understood in three ways. First as Brahman, then as Paramatma, then as Bhagavan. But Vedanta tattvasya vedanta. But the absolute truth is one, but he is understood in three ways. It is called Vyaskut, that verse. It's considered the seed of the Bhagavatam. Sometimes Guru Maharaj said the entire Bhagavatam is explanation of that one verse. Even Ganesh could not understand. So Ganesh, scratching his head, he could not understand that. So it's called Kut. Kut means not. Vyas Kut. The note of Vyasa. So don't think Bhagavatam, the essence of all Shastra, the conclusion of everything. It's Vyasa's own commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Vyasa compiled so many scriptures, but he was not satisfied. When you go home tomorrow, on the weekend, read this chapter. Vyasa, Narad's instructions to Vyasa. There's 2 chapters. Read them, then you'll understand the glories of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Vyasa wrote so much, but he was not happy. Then he came. Narad said, Gurudev, I have done so much, but why I am not happy? Narad said, you have not directly described Bhagavan and his pastimes. Na yad vachas chittavadam hariyaso jagat pavitram pavanati kharcha. You have described religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. You have not directly described Bhagavan and his pastimes. You should write another scripture for the liberated souls, the Paramahamsas. That is called the Bhagavad Samhita. The Bhagavad Samhita, the Srimad Bhagavad Purana. Then Narad blessed him. Vyasa in his meditation saw the pastimes of the Lord, and what he wrote, that is called Srimad Bhagavatam. So devotees can give up all other scripture, but we accept the essence, that is Bhagavatam. All other scriptures are mixed. And Bhagavatam is not mixed with any other topic, therefore it's called Amal Puran. Even other Puranas mixed with Sattva Gun, Rajagun, Tamagun. The Bhagavatam, no, Amal Puran. The spotless Puran. No mix, no touch of materialistic topics, no Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Okay? Even there's so many other topics in there. Where Krishna talks about pure bhakti in Bhagavad Gita. Sarva Dharma Puditija, he talks, but Mahaprabhu rejected that as external. In his conversations with Ramananda Rao. Give up everything, surrender to me. That is Krishna's final instruction. But Mahaprabhu said that's external. You may have given up everything and surrendered to Krishna, but you haven't begun to serve him. So where is topics of service to Krishna? That is not in Bhagavad Gita. Where is that found? What does it mean, service to Krishna? Where in Bhagavad Gita did Krishna talk about service to himself? How? How do you develop love for Krishna? Krishna did not mention anything at all in the Bhagavad Gita about that. And for Bhagavatam, I'll finish here. Bhagavatam is 4 topics. Sarva Vedanta Sadam Hi, the essence, Ato Yam Brahma Sutranam. The Garuda Purana describes the real meaning of the Vedanta. That is Bhagavatam. Bharatata Vaninaya, the essence of the Mahabharata. Gayatri Bhasyarupaso, the real meaning of the Gayatri. Vedata Paribhumata, and the essential meaning of all the Vedas. These 4 things are mentioned. The Bhagavatam is these 4 things. Okay? So Rina tried to develop understanding all scriptures are not the same, all sadhus are not the same. Of all scriptures, which is the best? And of all sadhus, who should we hear from? Devotees who are Brijvasis. Right? Why Sukadeva Goswami spoke the Bhagavatam? When he spoke the Bhagavatam, even Vyasa and others were in the audience. Why they chose him? Because he's devotee of Vrindavan. And he's also a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's Radharani's parrot. Shiva Sukha Narad Prema Gada Gada Bhakati Vinoda Deke Gaura Rasampada Bhakti Nota. He's also a devotee of Gauranga, therefore he knows Bhagavatam. Okay, so we'll finish here. Before Shamsundar drives everyone crazy. Yes? Any questions, Shamsundar? Okay, right. Just wait. Gokana, daytime he heard, but nighttime he was thinking. What do you think of at nighttime after class? What do you drink? What do you think of in your sleep? We forget everything. Gokana was not like that. He was thinking of Kata. Smaran. Shravan Kirtan Smaran. Hearing, chanting, then remember. Our problem is we hear, we chant, then we sleep and forget everything. 7 days. Yes. Bhagavatam gives the history. There was one king. The demigods were happy. The demigod said, choose a benediction. What benediction do you want? He said, tell me how long I have left in the human form of life. How long I have to live. The demigods made calculation. You have 24 minutes left. He gave up everything, surrendered to Bhagavan, achieved perfection in 24 minutes. So 7 days is plenty of time.
Happens in material world that we hear in Bhagavatam about 7 days, the flame from spiritual comes and picks someone up.
If you heard like that, like Parikshit Maharaj, 7 days he became perfect. Brijabasi don't go like that. Brijabasi go directly. No need any help from Narayana or anyone else. But Parikshit, who was hearing like Parikshit? The other 88,000 rishis were there. None of them got Gopi Bhav. Parikshit Maharaj got and Sutta Goswami got. 2 got. What happened to the other 87,998? Not hearing like that. First, Sukadeva Goswami heard. Parikshit and Sutta Goswami heard from him. And afterwards, the sages of Namasharanya asked Sutta Goswami, what did you hear? 6 questions they asked him. So what he heard from his guru, he spoke to the sages of Namasharanya. That is modern day Bhagavatam that we have here. Okay?
And those who speak there only there?
Depends, not everyone. Most people speak Bhagavatam for name and fame, for money. Most. In India, so many hundreds of people speak Bhagavatam, but unless you pay them $10,000 for $20,000, they won't speak. All speakers are not the same. Of course. All hearers are not the same. How can all speakers be the same? So we should pray to Bhagavan. He gives us intelligence. We can understand who to hear from. Okay? He said, Vaishnava Makod Gitam Punat Harikatam. You hear Katha from a non-devotee, a Vaishnav, that Katha becomes like poison. Okay? Yes, Irina? Okay, anything else? Shamsundar is still awake? Are you tired? Now in Hawaii it's midnight. Okay, we'll finish. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Go Premanandi. Thank you very much. Please don't go without Mahaprasad. Vaikunthaji, what are you doing next year? Next week? Do you want to come to Baja? Have you been before?